can't tell the truth. How to love, he ain't got a clue. Playing games like you'll never lose. You try to talk to him, can't get through. Every day he's a different dude. These are the signs of a grown-ass boy. Better run for the hills. I'm just trying to keep it real, but you can't raise a man. He's already grown, what you gonna do? You wonder why he acts like a boy. Especially one raised right before you. Girl, you ain't never gonna change nobody. If he don't want it, you can't make nobody. 'Cause you can't raise a man. No, no. Coming home any time of night, expecting you to let it ride. How many tears are you gonna cry? Playing games like you'll never lose. You know that the love has changed. How many times he called you out your name? These are the signs of a grown-ass boy. Better run for the hills. I'm just keeping it real. Can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? You wonder why he acts like a boy. Especially one raised right before you. Girl, you ain't never gonna change nobody.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Sex Battles. Hey, much love to everybody that's been liking the page, our Sex Battles page on Facebook. We have over 300 members right now. We talk about all kind of stuff on our Sex Battles page every day, all through the night. So you want to join it, check us out, see what's going on, what we're talking about. Tonight, you just heard the music. We talking about boys. Basically, that's what we talking about. They're boys in grown men clothing. They want to be grown men. They have jobs. They act like they grown men, but sometimes the boy shows up, and you could tell him by the things that he does. It's a lot of things he does. It's brought out in the song, hey, raising hands to the woman, speaking out of turn, all kind of different things. We're going to talk about all of this tonight. I want y'all to get ready. Strap in, because it's going to be a heated one, I'm telling you right now. I might make some men mad, or should I say some boys mad. I'm finna call y'all out.
Yeah, Negro, that's all you had to say.
I'm finna call y'all out, because I'm tired of women. I'm tired of women approaching me all the time via social media, face-to-face, phone calls, talking about y'all boys that ain't acting like men. Y'all want to be called men, but you ain't acting right. So I'm going to call y'all out tonight, and I'm going to need a little help. So, Joe, who all we got in here?
Damn, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? That's what she said. Ladies and gentlemen, she might be a little under the weather tonight. Please welcome Miss Queen Bee.
This ain't gonna be easy. You got it. Put it in.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to the show, Queen B. We know you under the weather, you know, horse or whatnot, but I know you know how to get your point across.
Yeah.
You hear what we talking about tonight, dealing with grown-ass boys. Have you ever dealt with any?
Yeah. I can't sit here and say I haven't. I dealt with a couple of them. And I guess because I wasn't mature myself, that's why it was so easy to fall for whatever they thought they was putting out. So,
like, give me an example. What you mean by that?
Being that I wasn't secure in myself, it was easy for me to think that I had a man when it really was a boy. So things that they were doing, I thought it was okay, or I thought I could step in and be like, well, if I love him enough, or if I, do this or do that, he will stop, his crazy ways. But obviously that didn't work. So I had to step back, get myself together, and find me a man.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I take it she found a man. Joe, who else we got in here?
Speaking of her other half.
I love my bed. 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 I love my bed.
I always tell these guys to get a room. What's up, Kenny?
What's up? What's up? I'll let your boy.
Welcome to the show, kid. Speaking of her other half, you heard what Queen said, Ken. Are you a grown-ass boy?
Hell no.
You know damn well I ain't no boy. I'm a man, dog.
Okay.
Queen, I love you, babe.
Oh, Lord.
That's
Here
what,
we go.
That's what the song said. Get your own lyrics. Ken. I'm just playing. Ken, tell me something you do on the flip side of a boy. Like, what would a boy do that, or what would a boy not do that you do?
Little boys play games. I don't have time for games.
No said. Well then. I heard that. I don't think it needs to be nothing else said. Joe, who else is here?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Lady X, a.k.a. Rebecca.
Welcome to the show. You hear what we talking about tonight. Grown-ass boys. What you got out to say on this topic?
Sorry, Gator.
Huh?
I could say a lot on this topic, actually. I wouldn't really say it's not just men. I mean, women are at fault at this, too. I've been at fault at this many a times myself. I wouldn't say it every time, though, because I blame myself, and then I look at the bigger picture, and I realize that I'm not the one to blame. And that's when I realize that I'm putting not only myself at harm, but I'm putting my whole family at risk, and realize that it's him to blame, and realize, oh, I got to do something, that he's being a little boy.
Oh,
That
wow. Yeah, I think I got where you're coming from. What made you come to this conclusion?
Many of things. Oh, boy. Lying, cheating, stealing.
Hey, that's Eddie Guerrero.
The hurt, all of them, I guess.
Hey, I understand that. Joe, who else we got in here?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch this guy 30 minutes after Impact goes off the air every Thursday night. Mr. Thursday Nights himself, Big Red.
Okay, stop dancing, Red.
Hey,
I just seen you doing the fandango.
hey, don't talk about me because I was twerking. Now, come on.
Oh, Lord. Hey, I was twerking with you.
Red, you hear what we talking about? We talking about grown-ass boys. I know you done dealt with some, came in contact with some, or been like, let's say, after they've been involved with somebody, you come after them. How you feel about these grown-ass boys?
how do I feel about them? I feel every man should take a test, and if he feels that test, take his fucking man card, because he definitely ain't no man.
Oh, wow.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
There's a lot of motherfuckers out there that got a man card that shouldn't even have it.
What kind of test are you talking about?
Put them in the environment where they got to show that they a man. They fail that test. Take the motherfucking man card.
Okay, now I got women that's listening right now that want to know exactly what you're talking about.
Want to know exactly?
You got to break it down.
Okay, give him a situation. See how he step up to the plate, whatever the situation may be. See if this nigga is really all he say he's gonna be. Or see if this nigga leave you high and dry.
Oh, wow. So, either step up to the plate or get left behind it, huh?
Yeah,
all right. Joe, who else we got here?
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the biggest pervert around here in these countries in WCC and around the world. He likes to watch porno at night, hang out with his WCC boys after midnight. I'm talking about Paul E. Martin.
What?
Oh, hell no. Let's play that song, I Hate You, asshole. And by the way, this is the first time that you guys have the show recorded during my lunch. So
you know what, Paulie? Now, we talked about this earlier. We ain't going to be talking about your lunch right now.
Oh, damn.
Welcome to the show, Paul. Yeah, it's been a minute since you've been in. But, Paul, you know what we talking about. Grown-ass boys playing the funk, playing the field. How you feel about that?
Okay, I will just say this. Ever since I've been working third shift and seeing everything that I have seen, like so far coming through the doors, now when I work, I see a lot of arrogant pricks. I have seen a lot of arrogant pricks, boys that try to act like men, but you know, like they just act like boys, and it's like, you know, the hard part is that some women don't see true men for them because we are both at fault.
Hey, you said a mouthful. Some women don't see real men because boys are in the way. Wow. Joe, who else is here? Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go. Michael Buffer, take it away.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Now, okay, as I said in the beginning of the show, I might make some people mad tonight because I'm tired. This is just me. I'm going to give y'all a little bit. I'm tired of women coming to your boy and saying, this happened, that happened, and this happened. And then you have to explain to them, yo, that ain't no man. A man wouldn't lay his hands on you. A man wouldn't call you out your name. A man wouldn't do this. A man wouldn't do that. But there's a lot of boys out here that are in situations that, should I say, they're not mature for. And they use it to their advantage because 9 times out of 10, the woman that they're with, they have played so hard, she now believes in them. Let me tell you what I mean by this. A while ago, there was a situation happening on social media where there was this female that she basically didn't see what was going on around her. Now, this dude that she was talking to in the same area as her and everything, he was on the social media as well. And he was in the same groups, talking on Facebook, talking on Twitter, playing around the field, hollering at all kind of females. To me, it should have been in plain view because most of it was done on his stats, his Twitter posts, all this kind of stuff. She, for the life of her, could not see this stuff and said to herself, he wouldn't do that. It was crazy. It was insane. And I personally had a problem with it because 9 times out of 10, the women that get played in this situation this way are the beautiful women, gorgeous women, intelligent women that for some fact, probably because the dick is so good or he talks so good to her that she can't see everything else that's going on. Somebody said it's not just men that do this. Women do it as well. I agree. At the same time, it's more men doing it than women.
Whoa.
There's a lot more women doing it than women. Believe me, I see it every day, all day long. So I thought, what better place to bring this out, put y'all on the open, is Sex Battles.
Oh, hell no.
Hell yeah.
Hell no. Oh, hell no.
So that's what we're doing tonight. That's where we going. This is where we going. Now, to everybody that's in here, I want to know, and let me know, give me a few things that boys that call themselves men do that you can tell off the bat of the hat. Like you can just look at it and tell it's wrong. Anybody?
Playing with people's emotions.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Can't say that again.
Playing with people's emotions.
Playing with people's emotions. I'll put this on the board. Playing with people's emotions. Give me an example. What you mean by that?
I mean, basically hyping their head up, you know what I'm saying, thinking that, you know, what you're saying is true and you're on their side, whoop-de-woo, when all the time you just trying to manipulate them into getting what you want, playing head games.
There you go. Good one. Anybody else? Uh-oh. You got something to say, Joe?
Talking like a bunch of kids.
Ooh. Get him, Paul.
What you mean talking like a bunch of kids? How so? What you mean, Paul?
Well, it's like kids that get out of high school here, they still talk like a bunch of brats.
Mm-hmm. You mean rapping like, yo, my name is Frank, and I know I am a tank when I drive around. You mean,
hold on. I think I know what Paul
something
is
like
talking
that, but
about.
not in that voice.
Or do
I
you
think
mean?
I know what Paul is talking about.
I know
he's talking about like that high school he say she say shit. Like
there you go.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay, because I need you to clarify that. Because back in the day when I was coming up, when you say rap, that means hollering at a female. Yo, you got some bad rap.
Nah.
That ain't cool, dog. So, yeah, okay. I got you. Who else?
Putting hands on a female. One thing that I hated was when you would get into an argument, and at first y'all all in love, then when y'all get into an argument, he start calling you bitches, you nasty, and all you good for is suck your dick, and this and that, but you was just loving me last night. That's a problem for me.
Oh, wow.
See, okay, all right. See.
Oh, you talking about like when the little boys be fronting in front of their little homies and shit like that? That what you talking about?
No, this is what she means. I know exactly what Queen means. Queen talking about these cats that, and I heard you what you said, Rebecca. The Queen talking about these cats. That irks me. These cats that try to holler at women, and the women either shut them down or don't want to talk to them.
Oh,
and
and
so,
okay, yeah.
in return, man, bitch, I ain't want to holler at you anyway. Your ass is ugly.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Yep, exactly.
She must not be too ugly. You was trying to holler at her. Now, Rebecca brought up a good point, too. She said men that put their hands on women. I got a problem with that. Because we personally feel, and as somebody would say, I'm going to get in my church boy mode. I believe Eve was made for Adam, from Adam, meaning woman came from man, meaning that if a man puts his hand on a woman, you're harming yourself. Fellas, listen to what I'm saying. Wow. If you put your hands on a woman, you're hurting yourself because that woman is a part of you. I personally believe that people go out of their way sometimes to pretty much hurt the person that they're with just because they hurting themselves inside. Now, I said this earlier, and we was talking about some stuff, and I think people lash out because on the inside, they hurt. They can't take it. They don't know what to do. So I'm going to go after Queen because I'm hurting right now. So fuck you, Queen. Woo, 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 woo.
Really?
So I think that's what happens. Now, I didn't mean that personally, Queen. I was just saying. I heard Ken get up. Ken, sit down.
I know it's harsh, and I don't mean to say it.
Mm-hmm.
We have to, as women, also start caring and loving ourselves a little bit more. Because I done heard you say it a couple of times in different shows, a man is only going to do what you allow him to do. And I know it's easier said than done, and it's hard to walk away from somebody that you done loved for so long. I get that. I understand that. But I look at it like I've been hurt a lot, but I still jump back out there and try to find love again. You've been hit on a lot. I understand that you love this person and you feel like that's all you can do right now. But at a certain point, you got to love yourself enough to be able to walk away. So, yeah, a man shouldn't put his hands on a woman, but a woman shouldn't sit there and tolerate it and think that she should stay with that person at all.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. Absolutely. At the same time, somebody said, some people don't know when they're being hurt. They've been through this so many times, and they get used to it. Now, in that situation, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I kind of agree with you on that one because when you're with somebody for so long and you put up with it for so long and it kind of gets pounded into your head. Like when you recall the name every day of your life.
When you start to say put up with it, when you add the word put up with it, that means that you know you putting up with something that shouldn't be put up with. So that's what I'm saying. When you get to saying put up with it, then by that time you know that this is not healthy.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know what you mean because exactly. I mean, I was with somebody for 3.5 years, and I went through hell for 3.5 years, and I almost felt like I was the super glue of my family. I felt that I was the one that needed to keep my family together because I felt that I was
mommy, and I felt that I needed to be there for everybody, so therefore that I felt that I was the responsible one and that I needed to take the abuse that I was going through for this family, for my family. So I felt that I was supposed to do this. So therefore I took it every day, until finally I just snapped and realized that I couldn't do it anymore and finally stood up for myself. But when it's pounded into your head, you know, you just, it takes a lot for you not to want to, you know, do nice things for yourself or take pictures or do things or stuff like that. I don't know.
Now, that there says a lot, because a lot of, and I'm talking to women. I know I'm talking to a whole lot of women that's listening to this. Personally going through what you're going through, it's better for you to get out before you can. And what I mean by that, what I mean by that, should I say, is I've seen, and I can speak from my own experience, women that have been abused physically, emotionally, and they couldn't get out. Either being they were so into that relationship, like I said earlier, some don't know because they've been through this so many times, and it seems like every relationship they get in is the same thing, so they feel like everybody is the same way. That goes back to a saying that I hate, I despise it, and I hear it all the time. All men are dogs. It's not true. Men ain't dogs. And I love for women to stop saying men are dogs, because men aren't dogs. Real men, and this is what we're talking about, the separation of the boys and the men. There's certain things that men do that boys cannot. Either, or should I say, they will not do. They can do it, they just won't. As far as respecting a woman, being where they're supposed to be in the relationship, protection of her itself, other than having to be protected from. And what I mean by that is you should be protecting your woman instead of your woman needing to be protected from you because of certain things that you do. At the same time, I agree. Women have to speak up. They got to step out. They got to do something. Because I see a lot of times where you can see what's going on the outside, but you don't know what's going on the inside until somebody says something. Right. So that's what we're talking about, too. But these are these boys that do stuff like that. You can tell them that way. But, man, if a guy ever disrespects you in any way, and I'm talking about, like I said, physically, verbally, that ain't no real man. Jump down my throat, high-five me, somebody something.
I mean, I agree. I know that people not going to change until something triggers them to change. If nothing ever hits you in your face for you to change, then you're never going to change. And you're going to keep accepting the things that's coming at you. And I can honestly say that my son is 5 years old, and that's who changed me. Mm-hmm. Because I realized that I was in a relationship, and when I got angry in that relationship, I could feel myself being angry at home, angry with my son. And once I feel like what I'm doing personally on my side is altering the way my son feels, then that's not good for me. So if our relationship is starting to bring stress into my life and I can't keep it away from my son, then it's time for me to exit the situation. And that's what changed me. I'm not going to be around no man to hit me because I don't want my son to grow up hitting women. I'm not going to be around no man that calls me names and stuff because I wish to dare my son turn around and call me a name. So it's just different things that make people change. And until they figure out what's wrong in their life, they're never going to change, and they're going to keep letting these boys think they're men.
That's the whole thing. And two, just what we talked about, and we was posting it on Facebook and Sex Battles. Make sure y'all go like the page. Two, there are women out here who, if you, let's just say, and I'm saying women because I see women do it a lot. I don't see a lot of guys doing this. At the same time, it probably is so. Women go on the defense for these boys. Now, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. And that goes a lot to say of them being through a whole lot of stuff and going through and not knowing what to do, and a lot of these women in these relationships, I'm talking about physical, verbal, have issues with when someone says something about him. Oh, it's my fault. I made him do that. I kind of like, what? You made him hit you? Yeah, I shouldn't have said what I said. I should have kept my mouth shut. But what? I personally feel there is no reason for no man to touch a woman in a physical way other than love. That's just me personally. I just feel that way. Now,
but you have women that be like, he don't love me unless he hit me.
And that's the women I'm talking about. These are the women that have, for some reason, every relationship they've been in. Okay, let me break this down to you.
And we'll jump to a man to see if he will do that, and if he don't do that, oh, he a punk, or he a puss.
Let me break down to you the mentality of these boys. This is the mentality. I know it because I've talked to them, and they told me the deal. These boys make women feel less than what they are. From day one, when they start to pursue her and talking to her, then dating her, tear her down. The reason that they tear her down is so that they can build her up the way that they want her to. That's in their mindset. Really, they're tearing her down to keep her in her place under him, mind you. So they will tell her she's ugly. There's no other man in this world that will want you. You will never get a man like me because I'm the best man that you can get. I put my hands on you whenever I want to. You can tell whoever you want to. They'll never believe you. These are the things that these boys say to these women. Believe it or not, if you hear something enough times, you'll start believing it yourself. That's the crazy thing. These women start believing they're ugly. They don't look good. That's why, fellas, if you're wondering why you go up to a gorgeous woman and say, God, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, and she says, no, I'm not, 9 times out of 10, she's been with one of these boys. Other reasons she might be just being modest, but majority of the time, she's been with these boys that had broke her down to where she feel like she ain't nothing. She don't deserve nothing. because they done told her that. You'll never be with another man. Another man will never feel that you are attractive. So when you tell them this, in turn, 9 times out of 10, they will tell you, I haven't heard anyone tell me I'm beautiful in a long time. It's because they've been with these boys, and they all running around here saying the same thing. I think they have class or something. Because these niggas,
oh, wow.
That kills me. Like seriously, I hear this all the time. Not just in sex battles. There are people on the outside of sex battles, and 9 times out of 10, the reason I started doing conferences and having conversations of this nature in the first place, sex battles is not the first place that I did this. Years ago, and Ken was around for a few of them, I used to do conferences on my own called Love Serenade, and I've never talked about Love Serenades on sex battles. Some people might remember Love Serenade from Moco Space, MySpace. We was on all these different social media sites, and we would do conferences of this nature and talk about these kind of situations. And this is the stuff I used to hear from the women and from the guys, straight up. I've had dudes tell me, man, I could tell a woman to do this and do that, and she'll do it. And in shock, she does exactly what he says do. And it trips me out like, wow. For a man to have so much power over a woman, that is crazy when we were supposed to be equals. But now we're not, because the mentality has been broken down to believe what this dude is telling her. I told y'all, it's going to be deep. It's going to be a lot of people ain't going to like what I'm saying tonight, but it's real.
Oh, Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Roosevelt.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to the show, Roosevelt. Now, I know you came in on the tail end of what I was saying. We talking about grown-ass boys, Roosevelt. Do you know any grown-ass boys?
Yeah, me.
Wait, what did you say?
Oh, damn.
Did I hear you right? Ro? Hello? Hello? Joe, he still there?
He's still here.
Ro? Okay, we'll come back to him then. We'll come back to him. And like I was saying, it's just like, personally, I have a problem with these guys because they do stuff that makes women in turn believe that all men do. And they're not men. They might look like a man. Just because you got a beard, you got a mustache, don't make you a man. And I've said it before. I say it again. If your dude is at home all day long while you're at work and he's playing video games and kicking it and it ain't his day off, he ain't got no job, something wrong with that dude. Not a man. Unless, let's say this, he has a disability. And I'm not talking about these niggas. There are men that have disabilities that they're not able to work. They have an income coming in, which is a disability check, but because of their disabilities, they can't go into a full-time job. They can't work these situations. So they have no choice but to be home. 9 times out of 10, if these guys are, like, not physically hurting, like blind or, you know, legs amputated or no arms, something like that, these guys will try to work. I've seen it. Just to let you know a little bit about myself, me personally, I'm supposed to be on disability. I'll let you know that now. Because, and I don't know if I've said this in here before, when I was born, I had tuberculosis meningitis. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look up tuberculosis meningitis, it is a disease of the brain that takes over and really does damage where you can't do anything. Back in the day, well, I shouldn't say when I was born, but shortly after I was born, they discovered I had this. I still have limitations. Well, I don't really have any limitations, but I have a tube that's in my head. And the reason it's in my head is because it's connected to my heart so that my blood can flow back and forth on the regular. It grew with me from when I was a young child to where it would be able to pump back and forth. That's another one of the problems, situations. At the same time, even though I could be sitting back receiving disability right now, it's gone. Like the doctors still are in disbelief because God healed me like that, to where I don't have that situation anymore. And I'm able to work. Sitting at home, not having a job, and I've done it, drives me up the wall. Drives me crazy. So for a dude to sit home and not have any limitations and not be able to get out and do what he needs to do, I got a problem with that. That's just me personally.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
All right, let's try this one more time. Roosevelt, you there?
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Oh, there he is. He loud now.
No,
Roosevelt, earlier when you came in, I promise you, I told you we're talking about grown-ass boys. Do you know any? I thought you said I am one. Was that you?
no.
Okay, I'm tripping. Because I was stoned for a minute. But anyway, that's what we're talking about tonight. You know any grown-ass boy, or give me a situation of a grown-ass boy not doing compared to a man.
This is a good situation. Dang, it's so many that, man. And this is a very touchy subject too.
Yeah.
I guess when they don't do like their yard work or whatever, you know, they chores or I don't know, it's tough.
And I haven't even hit on that one yet.
But he's right though.
I think what he's talking about is when he has a woman taking out the trash, doing stuff, and he's doing it, but he don't want to. Yeah, I got a problem with that too.
I
agree.
Okay, here's one. My fiance, her next door neighbors that live upstairs from her, they just had like a little girl around October, and you know, she like, you know, she tired from working, and dude don't want to watch his child, or he don't even want to you know, like when she come, because down here in Wisconsin it's like, you know, down there like 20 below and shit like that.
he don't even want to get up and get the child out the car. Make the woman, you know, unlock the door, get the child out, and cook dinner and stuff like that.
Wow. Really?
Yep.
Wow.
And also another instant when they first moved in, she was driving a U-Haul pregnant, and the U-Haul place that she had to take it back to was like, you know, probably like 10 blocks from the house. So what he wanted her to do was take the U-Haul by herself, and she'll have to walk back. But her sister, not her sister, but his sister, told her you need to leave him alone. I'll drive my car, and so you won't have to walk back because you're pregnant.
That is crazy. That's insane. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That is insane. And somebody said, I think it was Queen said, I say it all the time, ladies, guys only do what you allow them to do.
That's true.
Only what you allow. I always say women are stronger than men, mentally, physically. I shouldn't say. Well, some women are stronger than men physically, but mentally, honestly, y'all stronger than us. I will say physically, because I don't know of any man. Did you say China? You wrong for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just caught that. I don't know of any man that would be able to go through what women go through, and I applaud you majorly because you go through childbirth. I can only imagine how painful that is, having another being coming from within you. I can only imagine.
God!
Yeah.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Like, in all honesty, listen to what I'm saying. I know guys who have fainted, fell out, lost consciousness in the delivery room because it looked painful and they couldn't handle it. Me personally, I haven't seen this because when my daughter was born, she was born through a C-section, which is where they cut the lady open and they bring out the child. And really, you know, from, I don't know if it's waist down or what. Ladies, you could tell me.
It's, what do you want to know, Gator?
I mean, they gave her a shot or something to where...
Epidural?
Yeah.
Pitocin?
She couldn't feel nothing.
Oh, the epidural.
Yeah, so it was like, that wasn't painful. But she's told me about times where she had natural childbirth. Like I said, I've never been in the labor room where natural childbirth was happening. So I won't say I wouldn't faint. I just have not. But that just tells you how strong you are. 2, you got to put up with us. Women have to deal with men.
Thank you, Joe.
Men. As many women as I heard call men baby, and they love their man to death. They look like, that nigga is a baby, man. He got a splinter in his finger, and he was crying. So I personally just feel like women are stronger than men. That's just my personal opinion. Now, how do y'all feel about that?
You got knocked the fuck out!
I know the ladies agree. Ro, you heard what I just said.
Oh, Lord. Like you already know. You already know I'm gonna say something. I'm waiting for the ladies. I'm waiting for these ladies to say something. I'm ready to start an argument now.
Oh, here you go.
Lord.
Here you go.
You're welcome.
About to get Gator back to number one.
It's
time for some disagreement.
I need to hear what did you just say?
Go ahead, bro.
So you know I comment.
Basically, what I was saying is, I think women are stronger than men. I just think that y'all go through a lot of stuff that men don't have to deal with. 9 times out of 10, and usually people don't look at this as being a job, but raising kids is a full-time job. There are a lot of women.
Thank you, Gator.
Hold on.
Thank you.
There are a lot of women.
Hold on.
Wait, Can't wait.
Discretion
Can't wait.
is advised.
Hold on. And you don't think men can do it? You don't think men can raise kids?
That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is,
I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, there are a lot of women who are home raising their kids by themselves, and people put them down like they're not working. Oh, she ain't got no job. She's raising 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Kids.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Now, I disagree with that. I think more women that have kids, they get more praise than a man that are raising their kids.
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
The reason I say that is because when a man is doing it, they be like, well, that's what he's supposed to do. But when women do it, she's superwoman. She this and she that. You go, girl, blah, blah, blah. But I mean,
I think it's totally opposite of what you just said.
No, it's not. It's not.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
I know there are men that are raising kids. I applaud you, fellas. You're raising your kids.
He didn't just say that.
You're doing what you have to do because mom ain't there. I applaud you for that. I understand there are some men that's doing that. They are at home and they taking care of their kids and they even working a job or whatever, too. At the same time, there are far more women who are home raising kids because their husbands are working or either because they're single and they're raising them by themselves. And they going to jobs. And they raising more than one kid 9 times out of 10. Now, it's a lot to deal with. I personally think in that situation, because women don't get the praise like that, I think it's crazy. Like I think
what I'm getting from it is you realize that you're dealing with a boy when you are a stay-at-home wife, and this man that you thought you married comes home and says to you, well, you can't be complaining. I should be the one complaining. I'm the one working all day. That's what I'm getting from what you're saying.
Well, see, at the same, I don't know. Those guys, I won't say they're boys. I would say they should have more compassion to what's going on because they don't understand that the woman is what the woman is doing at home. I know this from experience because I stayed home and let her go. In my situation, it was 5 kids. I almost went crazy. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I called her the first day she was gone, like, so when you say you coming back? Because
and that's another thing too. Obviously that lady is doing what her man allowed, and then you can't put something in play, and then later on, when you get tired, start complaining about it. This woman don't just choose to be a housewife or stay at home take care of kids. Of course, y'all had this conversation, and y'all decided that she was going to stay home with the kids.
Wait a minute now. Not all the time is that the case now.
Most of the time, if you in a committed relationship or marriage, this should be talked about. It should be talked about.
They demand to have a man that's doing that want to stay at home. It's women out there that's a man and they got to be the housewife.
Then that's a mess. Well, then they need not complain.
And
when somebody feel like they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
I agree with you. The conversation should happen. That's a conversation.
It should.
I'm talking about that should be happening when you're dating, when you're talking, getting to know this person. This is a conversation that should happen then. But at the same time, there are, in my situation, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never had kids at that time. This was the first time me being alone with the kids. It wasn't that I didn't want to do it. I didn't know so much was involved. It wasn't that I wouldn't do it, and I know she needed a break. It was just that, oh, my God, I got to do what? Hey, where's Socks at? Okay, so you give the baby what? And we had this conversation before she left. Me personally, some of this stuff didn't click with me until she took off. And I was like, oh. So she said she gave him this at 1 o'clock. Okay, he got medicine to take at 3. All right, she needs, and it was like, oh, God, what am I doing? What have I done? Deal breaker with me, which was a good thing. The good thing with me was, at the time, Charles, who was the oldest, was actually 14. For the longest period of time, Charles had been taking care of the baby, the youngest one. So Charles knew how to change diapers. Charles knew how to make bottles. Charles knew how to do all of this stuff. So a lot of this stuff he was doing anyway. And he was like, oh, I know what to do. Here, this is how you do it. And he showed me. Once he showed me certain things, okay, I was good. It was just that I had never done this before. This is my first time putting the diaper on the child, on the baby. Granted, okay, I've been watching her, but me doing it myself, it was like a second grader doing a college exam for algebra.
Man,
or geometry. And it was like, hey, this is fraction 4 over 5, get 9, and Charles would jump in and be like, man, let me do this. You move, look, this is how you do it.
Oh wow.
Man, when I used to babysit, there was a piece of cake for me, man. I knew how to do this shit right off.
See, me personally, until I was older, never had to do it in that capacity.
I mean, I did it when I was like young.
I never babysitted. Granted,
I used to babysit when I was 12, man. I mean,
but I'm saying I had younger siblings, but by the time I was what you call quote unquote babysitting, they weren't babies. They were like 8, 9, 10, because we all came up.
I dealt with babies growing up.
We all came up around the same time. We was probably 2-3 years different between all of us. That's why. So for me to know how to do all of this stuff, and ladies, know that there are men out here that don't. So please, don't jump at this man because he don't know how to change a diaper.
Thank you,
It might be his first time ever doing it.
Thank you,
Don't get mad at him and say,
hold on.
Don't get mad at this
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Dog it. You didn't know it took 2 scoops to put in the bottle and then add water. He don't know this.
I'm gonna tell you this. There's too many. There's too many how-to books.
He can do it himself.
There's too many how-to books and too many DVDs going around for men not to know how to do this. I'm just.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Ken. For you to say that, Ken, I understand you're a totally different type of man because there are a lot of men out here.
I grew up doing it. I grew up doing it, though.
Listen to what I'm saying, Ken. There are a lot of guys out here that don't take instruction. Not saying that they don't want to. They don't.
Hey, there's too many little boys and little girls having babies.
It's not like building a jungle gym. I mean, it's just changing a diaper. I mean,
let me explain to you what I mean. Put you in the mindset of a man and his wife in their home. The man is doing something, hard work, or what he calls hard work, painting the house, fixing the sink, something. And the woman says, why don't you just call a plumber? Man, we can call a painter to do this.
Well, that's what I'm doing in the first place.
The man, 9 times out of 10, a man's pride will not let them do that, and they will try to do it on their own. Yeah,
he gotta be ego.
9 times out of 10, regardless if you want to admit it or not, Joe.
Get up, Joe.
Some of us men have an ego, and we don't want nobody to know it.
Hey, first of all, Gator. First of all,
get up, Joe.
Speaking for all my Hispanics out there.
Fix everything.
Speaking for all my Hispanics out there, to Gator, we say this to you, sir. Y arriba Mexico!
I'm just saying. That's just how. That's how some of us are. I wouldn't be real if I would say I wasn't like that. I was.
Ladies.
I'm not.
Ladies.
I ain't like that.
Ladies, I ain't like that. I ain't gonna, no. There's like, no.
That's your pride.
If I don't know how to fix no sink, I don't have no problem calling the plumber, because why I'm going to fuck it up even more, and it's going to cost even more damn money to get it all replaced and shit.
If there wasn't...
Shut up, Joe.
If there weren't so many guys doing this, they wouldn't be making fun of it on TV. Watch your normal sitcom and see how many times you see this happen. Not saying that you're doing it personally,
but I'm going to say this. If no man know how to change a flat, he ain't no man. I'm just saying.
Here you go. His name is Ken Jones. Go to Facebook.
Kendrick Dwayne Jones. Look me up. Find me, son. Find me, son.
But, Gator, I think there's a huge...
Oh, hold on, real quick. Queen, you were trying to say something.
Who, me?
No, that was Rebecca.
That was Rebecca. Okay, Rebecca, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was trying to get back to whoever it was.
It's all good. No, I was just listening. I think there's a huge difference, because I take a huge impact on what you were saying about the whole stay-at-home mom and not getting enough credit for what they do, and then how, like, guys say that if dads sit at home and raise their kids and they don't get enough credit, and it's like, woo. Okay, I take big defense to that, because, there's not very many dads out there that step up and take care of their kids nowadays, in all honesty. Mm-hmm. If you step up and actually take care of your kid and do what a mom does on a day-to-day basis, then I'm going to give you as much credit that I give myself. I get up with my kids on an everyday basis and get my kids ready for school and for whatever they need to do on an everyday basis, and myself, and and plus all my stuff and all my personal things and appointments and all this and that. And, you know, and I still feel like I don't succeed at my job. And that includes school and after-school projects and homework and this and dinner and bedtime and all this and that. And, you know, it's still one of those things that's like, do you feel like you get enough credit? I don't know if I'll ever feel like I get enough credit. I don't know.
I know for me, I remember when my son got old enough to understand, you know, have a full conversation. I had to sit down with him and I had to ask him to forgive me to bringing him into this unstable life. Because when I went to lay down with this man, I knew that he wasn't ready to commit to me. But I still laid down and I made a child. And now this child didn't have a choice but to come into my unstable life that I already had going on. So I should have planned better. I should have made better decisions. There's too many men and women out here sleeping around and making babies, and then it's left for one person. It ain't no guarantee this man, even if you married, if you're not communicating with your husband, it's no guarantee that this man is going to help you out with a child. My sister is 38 years old. She has a 21-year-old daughter, and she has a 3-year-old son. Her husband does not take care of that child. My sister is always with the 3-year-old, constantly. The 21-year-old is not his child. She should have seen the signs, because when she first got with him, he always wanted her to buy him clothes instead of buying her own daughter clothes. He always wanted her to do this instead of doing that. For me, I worked up until I went into labor. The day I went into labor, I was at work, and my doctor told me I needed to come in because it's time for me to go to the hospital. After that, my baby father was in jail. So it's going to be hard for me, and everybody now by now should know that I'm with Kendrick. It's going to be hard for me if me and Kendrick get to the point we want to have children, because I know he's going to want to be involved. But I'm going to always be the one trying to do everything just because I have always had to do everything.
Is that true?
And not that I'm looking for no credit, because I get the credit from knowing that my children are happy with the way that I'm treating them. Because my son tells me every day, you know what, I'm happy, because he's bad sometimes. But he'll say, you know, Mommy, I'm thankful for what you do for me, because I break my back for my son.
And I agree with you. And I agree with you.
You ain't got to worry about that, because I got your back.
Oh God, here we go.
I agree with you, because I mean my kids tell me all the time, you know, thank you for dinner, thank you for your help, thank you for doing this, Mom, thanks for that. But I mean the hardest thing that's going to be is explaining to them, obviously, is with the dad situation. I mean, that's hard for any parent and any kid to understand. Why isn't Mommy and Daddy in the same household?
I agree, but I feel like we got to want more to get more. And by that being, I had to want a man that wanted to step up and be a father figure in my son's life for me to actually get a man that cares about my son. Ken cares about Darnell. Ken does different things. And until I wanted that, I was still accepting everything that I was accepting before now, which was the issue. So when you start wanting more, you start getting more. And communication is the key. You got to start communicating. You have to. I told Ken he's going to be the first man to meet my son, because I used to wait till my son went to sleep, or I used to do things on my own time. I never let a man come in my son's life, because his father's in prison. I'm not going to let nobody else walk in and out his life. So I had to make sure that this man was going to be in my life for a long time. So Kendrick will be the first one, actually, me and my son. And I don't know. You just got to want more.
And I must applaud you. And like what Rebecca was saying, I agree with you. Because there are a lot of women out here who have men come in and out, and in and out, and in and out. And just when their kid is getting to know him, boom, he's gone. I always had a problem with that. Because my personal experience, the reason I'm not where my daughter is because of the stuff, this craziness going on. One day I'll tell Sex Battles about all of this. But just talking to my daughter now, she's 9 now. She's of age where she sees what's going on. She knows what's happening and will say, yo, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. But she'll tell me, be like, I ain't asked for that. Oh, I just wanted to call you and let you know Mommy went on a date. So what? But what I'm saying is your kids see what's going on. They might not say anything to you, but they know it. They know what's going on. They see it. They know when you're happy. They know when you're upset. They know when you're mad. To these guys that's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, regardless if you're in the household or if you're not, your kids know. Place involved, same thing. My daughter be telling me all the time, yo, I know you're not here. I love to come up there where you are, down there where you are. Let me come visit. Whoopty-whoopty-woo. One thing led to another. It's a situation with her, and I'm talking about her mom, and not my daughter. That's the problem. Yeah. Ladies, let me say this to y'all. Now, I've been talking about these men for a minute. Ladies, let me say this to you. Regardless of not if he's doing what he's supposed to do in your eyes or needs to do not exclude him from his child's life. Don't. It's only one thing that I can say you do that for. If this man has been abusive to you, and I'm talking about physically abusive, just beat you down and just, oh my God, it's just crazy, that child knows this. 9 times out of 10, they know it. Believe me, they do. They don't want to be involved with him anyway, and will tell you so. I'm sure the women could witness this. They'll tell you, I don't want to be with him. I don't want to go over his house. Well, come on, you're going to go to see your dad. No, I don't want to. When they tell you this is the time you need to sit down with them and have a conversation. Because they've seen so much, they know what's going on, they're going to tell you what they're feeling right then and there. And it's going to be real with no chasing. Guaranteed. And I stole that from Steve Harvey. Sorry, Steve. But for real. That's the time when you need to sit down and talk to them straight up. Because they're ready. When they tell you, and I know this because my nephew and my niece went through it, to where they got to the point to where I don't want to go to my dad's house. Why not? And they tell me, yo, this is why I don't want to go over there. This is what's going on at my dad's house. I don't need to be around that. Now, these are young kids that aren't even 10 saying this. This is when this happened. I don't need to be around that. For them to know they don't need to be around that kind of stuff, they probably don't. And you'll regret it for making them go. But if he's trying to open himself up and he wants to be a part of his life just because you have a grudge, ladies, and you don't want him to be a part of their life, don't do that. You're going to regret it in the long run. I promise you.
Can I speak about that, Gator?
Go ahead.
When you say grudge, now I gotta say that ladies, like you single mothers, you know what I'm saying, with these dads, not the ones that treating y'all wrong, but the ones that is trying, but you don't want them near them because you holding some kind of grudge or whatever. Don't dog that man out in front of your kids. Don't be doing that in front of your little friends, talking about he ain't shit, he this, he that, fuck him, blah, 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 in front of your kids. That is not cool. Stop doing that.
No, not at all. I agree with you.
That is not cool.
I don't talk bad about my kids' dads, period. In front of my kids, in front of my friends, in front of anybody at all. At all. I mean, I don't care how much hate. I mean, we all know how much hatred I have towards my son's dad right now. But no, that's just wrong, especially to my son.
Now, I'm not saying that all women do this, but there are women that do. There are a lot of women that do this.
Yeah.
I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact because I've overheard it, period. I've heard it. To where it wasn't even my child, but it was told to the other kids, oh, your dad is this, your dad is that.
I mean, talking about
just like Ken say, he ain't about shit.
Yeah, talk about dad. Like he ain't nothing but a dog in the street.
This is what happened with us. Let me tell you what he did. Woo-de-woo-de-woo. No child.
And have the friends talking about the man in front of the kids.
That's not cool at all.
It ain't.
Not at all. Now, we've been talking about this all night, and I know we don't have but a little bit of time left. Make sure you go on Facebook, like Sex Battles. Make sure you like the page. We talk about stuff like this all day, all night long. We have all kind of communications and chats. So you want to go to Sex Battles and like our page. Make sure, too, that you come and check us out live. We do this every Wednesday around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you got to do is call in at 760-569-7676. That's 760-569-7676. The code is 200446. Hit the pound key. That'll bring you straight into the room where we do our recording on Wednesday night. Queen, let everybody know where to find you at.
You can find me on Facebook, Queen of B, or Forever Queen of B. You can find me on the Sex Battle page, posting sometimes, and you can find me on Twitter.
Like you said, that's Queen of B on Facebook. Or what's the other one you said?
Forever Queen of B.
And
or on Twitter at SelfMotivatedQB.
And she's also on Instagram at
Oh, shut up, Joe.
And like she said, Queen does post on the Sex Battles page, as well as Joe, and we all post our names under there. I'm known as Gator on the page, so if you see Gator posting, that's me. You see Queen B, that's her. You see Joe just posts as Joe. So all you got to do is go like the Sex Battles page. Make sure you like that page. We talk about a lot of stuff on Sex Battles. Joe, am I missing anything?
Also, don't forget that Sex Battles will be live on webcam. That's right, coming soon. Sex Battles will feature us on webcam. That's right. All you got to do is download the app right now, OK Hello, on your, I believe, Google. On your Google Androids and iPhones, all you got to do is download OK Hello. Follow us on there at Sex Battles. Coming soon. More details coming soon.
That's what's going on. I didn't know why you wanted to look up that app. Get ready for that, y'all. I told y'all we're doing bigger and better things, so get ready for it. I'll be making a move real soon.
Number one.
Cali, I hope you're ready for me because Gator is coming to Cali. Joe, take us up out of here.
Oh, my. That she said.
Wake the fuck up.